The Red Raiders get back in the win column with a 66-59 victory over the UCF Knights. In today's video, we'll recap the game and one concern I have for Texas Tech moving forward and what they have to change in order to reach their full potential. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast. Be sure to smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and turn on that notification bell to stay in the know on Texas Tech men's basketball all year long right here on the most engaging Texas Tech community here on YouTube. And I want to hear from you guys right now. What is your one word to describe the number 23 Texas Tech win over UCF? Just give me one word down on the pinned comment below. And while you're down there, you might as well hit the like button as well if you're excited to have Texas Tech back in the win column. We've got some stats at the bottom of your screen as well. The Red Raiders were led in scoring in this one by Darian Williams. He had 13 points, 13 rebounds, another double-double for him. That is now a handful in the scarlet and black for the Nevada transfer. You also had the return of Warren Washington. He had 10 points and 11 rebounds. Those two guys really set the tone for Texas Tech on the glass in this one, providing 10 offensive rebounds for the Red Raiders between the two of them, Warren Washington with 6, Darian Williams with 4. Now, the key point we got to talk about in this one in terms of the guard play was Pop Isaacs and Joe Toussaint. They combined for 18 points, but not how you would think. And first and foremost, I mean, that's less than what Pop is averaging by himself coming into this one in terms of Big 12 play. Pop shot 2 for 13. Joe shot 2 of 10 from the field. Combined, they shot 4 of 23. Joe, however, did go 6 of 6 from the free throw line and really helped ice the game for the Red Raiders late. But this is the big thing for me for these two. They've got to be more aggressive, and specifically Joe Toussaint. I understand the finesse game of Pop Isaacs in terms of the floater. That's part of his game, and most of the time it's good. Really, I chalk this one up to just Pop having a bad day. He had a bad day shooting the ball. He missed at least 3 shots where I was like, all right, Pop on a normal day makes that. But sometimes you just have those bad days, and this was one of them for Pop Isaacs. Now, Joe Toussaint I have a little bit more of an issue with from the sheer standpoint of this. His best attribute as a scorer is he is aggressive, and when he gets downhill, he is hard to stop, and he just finishes through contact at the rim. He has been far too hesitant for about really a month now when you go back and look at the tape, but it really popped off on tape watching the game today in the sense of he was consistently, and I mean absolutely consistently, beating the UCF Knights off the pick and roll. Texas Tech did a great job of screening today, in my opinion, outside of maybe, 3 or 4. But for the most part, they were consistently setting really good screens for Joe, and he was capitalizing until he was hesitant. He would stop when he had a full head of steam right before the block and try and make a pass or floater, when in reality, the best attribute for him when he is at his best offensively is his aggressiveness. Texas Tech has to have that moving forward if they want to reach their potential. Listen, I like Joe Toussaint in the sense of trying to drive and kick and getting the shooters involved. I'm all for it. But the defense is starting to realize that's his go-to now. He has to go back to what made him a really good player at West Virginia, and one of the main reasons that Texas Tech went after him in the portal, which is the fact that when he wins off of a pick and roll and gets downhill, he is one of the harder players in the Big 12 to stop, even with his 6'1" stature. He has the frame to finish through contact. He is built like a muscle hamster. He should go up and try and finish through contact as much as possible. Worst case scenario, you don't get the whistle, but I promise you consistently the refs will call the foul on the big when they see a guy like Joe Toussaint not being able to finish through contact at a consistent rate, okay? That's one thing that has to get better if you're Texas Tech. For you to reach your ceiling, Joe Toussaint has to do that. Again, it's frustrating on the Pop Isaacs side of it. 2 for 13 shooting. He only made 1 3. He had a couple where, he had good looks. He just misses it. That happens with shooters, okay? Shooters have bad nights. But I will say this. Well, actually, before we get into what I was about to say, be sure to smash that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on that notification bell. There's no other Texas Tech YouTube channel that is giving you instant reaction right after the game happened. I did a Twitter space for 30 minutes, interacted with everybody over on Twitter. You can follow me. It's right there. My handle is @RCMB323 on Twitter, or I guess the website formerly known as Twitter X, whatever the hell you want to call it. Doesn't matter to me. Go follow me there for those post-game Twitter spaces. And then I hopped on right over here to give y'all a video and my instant reaction to what happened for Texas Tech today. No other YouTube channel is doing that. So if you want to be part of the most engaging Texas Tech community and a part of Red Raider Nation every day, in the sense of we're giving you daily videos, whether that's men's basketball or football, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and maybe most importantly, turn on that notification bell so you can stay in the know instantly on everything Texas Tech football and men's basketball all year long right here on the most subscribed to Texas Tech YouTube channel in the Back to 12 podcast channel. All right. The thing that I wanted to talk about was Kerwin Walton kept you in the game in the first half. I mean, he was sensational. He missed a couple free throws, which was kind of shocking, but he is now shooting 54% from three. And a large part of that is to do with the catch and shoot opportunities, which I talked about in the preview here on the channel, saying, hey, this is where Kerwin Walton is going to have to capitalize because UCF is really good at having an impact towards the rim. And now I know what you're probably thinking. RC, didn't you say you want to see Joe Toussaint more aggressive? And now you're saying UCF is one of the better teams in the country in terms of capitalizing and really creating pressure at the rim? Yes, because it's Joe's game, and he was winning at a consistent level, and they didn't have Diallo. Now, Kerwin Walton in the first half, sensational, and again, really kept Texas Tech in this game. In the second half, you could see that it was a priority for Texas Tech to beat this 2-3 zone at the top of the key where you are supposed to beat them. However, they were not aggressive whatsoever. I thought Darion Williams had a couple of plays where he made one shot, missed the other, but he was really hesitant there, and he was the key pivotal guy in Texas Tech breaking that zone, because if you know anything about beating a 2-3 zone, once you get the ball past that initial two right there on the elbow and you get it to the free throw line, you are in aggressive mode. Okay, that's what you should be, whether that's a power dribble and you try and finish through contact, you just catch it right away, you realize no one's around you, shoot. Or you power dribble and then you make the defense decide, is he going up? Or is there going to be a pass at play, whether that's a bounce pass, a lob, whatever it is. Texas Tech had plenty of opportunities to be aggressive off of that, and they simply weren't. And I really think that that was really the whole story of this game and why Texas Tech didn't pull away. Now, the interesting part is Texas Tech never trailed in this game, but it always felt like they were playing with their food almost in a way with this one. Now, they were tied for 2.5 minutes, but they led this game, looking at the stats right here, for 37 minutes, nearly 37.5 minutes. They were better on the glass. Talk about that in a positive way. They won the rebounding battle. Don't care if they didn't have Diallo in terms of UCF. Texas Tech is not going to shoot this badly again. And Kerwin Walton really saved the day in that department. Outside of Kerwin Walton, the Red Raiders shot 3 of 16 from three. I don't think that's going to happen again, but moving forward, they have to be more aggressive when they win off the pick and roll, whether that's with lob, backdoor cuts. There was plenty of opportunities for cutters on the baseline, whether that was Darion, Chance, Pop, whoever it may be. Instead, they looked to kick it out. And sometimes they had open looks, but I thought UCF made a great adjustment. Shout out to Coach Dawkins for winning his 300th game this past game before playing Texas Tech. But I thought Texas Tech just really was too hesitant today. And something that Grant McCasland has talked about ad nauseum, they have to get better in the physicality aspect of it. I thought they were for stretches, but not at a consistent level. But I will say this, as you can see in the title of the video, a win is a win, right? You get back, you're 6-4 in the Big 12 now. Got a huge game on Monday night, 8 p.m. A top 10 Kansas team comes into the 806, and this is exactly when you want to play Kansas, okay? They played Baylor on Saturday, right after Texas Tech had already won, so you don't have to travel. You get a few more hours of rest, and they have to travel from Lawrence to the 806. Maybe you can, catch the Jayhawks a little tired. It's going to be difficult. We know how good of a team that is there in Lawrence this year, but Texas Tech has a chance to win at home, and they had to win against UCF, as this felt like a must-win game for the Red Raiders. One more time on the pinned comment below, what was your one word to describe the number 23 Texas Tech win over UCF? There's a lot of ways you could go, but I want to hear from you guys down on the pinned comment below. And while you're down there, be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to stay in the know on Texas Tech men's basketball all year long, right here on the biggest platform for Texas Tech fans on YouTube, in the Back to 12 podcast channel.